Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper. It's Jackie Bolcha from Chatham, Ontario. And today is Tuesday, and that means it's time for stories and stamps. Now, for the last, I don't know, 6 weeks or so, I have been telling love stories. The story of my mom and dad, mom and pop, and how they met and how they came to Canada on their honeymoon, and then the story of Jackie and Gerard and how we met and how our lives came together again. And so the question is, what am I going to talk to you about today? Well, I'm definitely going to stamp with you as well. We're going to do some amazing stamping with Hello Ladybug. I'm going to just finish off a little bit of Jackie and Gerard, and then I'm going to launch into how I became a demonstrator because that was a question, and I think it's a good one, my stamping story. Anyway, so the story of Jackie and Gerard, we're getting married August 27th of this year at 3 p.m. in Chatham, Ontario, and it is going to be live streamed to YouTube. I'm so excited about that you guys are going to be able to follow this and see probably one of the happiest moments of my life. And after that, I'm going to move to Holland, but I'm keeping my house here. So whenever I'm not here, I put my house on Airbnb and then I block it off for when I come home. And so it's kind of roughly 3 months in Holland, at least 1 month home. And maybe that balance will shift, but the idea is that we're going to try to be together as the norm and to be apart is the exception. And sometimes he'll come with me for 10 days and then I'll stay for another month after that. I want to spend as much time as I can with my kids and with my parents. And I hope to have one event a quarter with my customers and one with my team. And it's just you get used to traveling. It's not a hardship, and the Airbnb rental helps pay my airline tickets because it is quite a lifestyle. But yeah, it works for us, and we're really really happy. And then in 4 years, Gerard will be 60, and then he hopes to retire, sell his greenhouse, and then he hopes to move to Canada. Now, likewise, he will keep his house in Holland so that we have a place to be when we go visit his family there. So let's stamp, and then I will talk a little bit about how I became a demonstrator. So here we go. You see those cute ladybugs? I started doing a few ahead of time. Here is the Hello Ladybug set, and I'm just going to back this up a little bit. And you can't even, this is just really not helpful. I'm going to just go like so. There, then the thing isn't in my face too much. Let me just move this a little. Someday I'll figure it out better so that that's not in my face so much, but that's not important. It's not so important that you see me. So we're going to use Hello Ladybug, and then there's a punch with it. So the trick is, what I really need for all of you guys to have, if you do not have it yet, you want a Stamparatus. It is the best tool. I would say it's even more important than a die cutting machine. And let me show you why. Okay, so it's a stamp positioning tool. I'm going to move these out of the way. This is the Stamparatus. So it has two hinges. It comes with two plates that go. It has this thing in here, this foamy thing. This is what you use when you're using photopolymer. And then you take this out if you're using a red rubber stamp. And then it comes with two magnets. Okay, so I'm going to take a piece of white cardstock, and then your punch locks at the bottom. So open that up, hold it upside down, and then I'm just going to move it over this way. Now I'm going to punch my ladybug. I'm just going to move those pieces, and then I'm going to lay this in my Stamparatus. Okay, so we go like so. And then we're going to take our stamp here. We'll start with the body, okay, and lay it down, stamp side down, the edge there. Close your Stamparatus. Put the little punchy piece in here, and then you can punch out as many as you want. All right, so this time we're going to stamp the body in Memento black, okay? And as I'm explaining this, I'm thinking I can't be telling you the story of how I became a demonstrator, but I will. Sometimes it's hard to multitask. It's actually, multitasking isn't hard. It's multi-focusing that's the problem. So here we go. Let's have a look. Oh, it's a little off to the side. I'm going to have to fix that. But you see, It's because I don't have my face right above it. I want to stamp it again because I want my ladybug nice and dark. Okay, so there we go. Give it a good press. Let's have a peek. All right, so we have a nice dark ladybug. It's a little bit off center. That's okay. I'm going to fix it though. Well, no, I'm not. Not right now. Clean it off. And then we're going to do the wings. And there's a couple of different ways to do the wings. You have options. I'll show you my stamped ladybugs in a minute to explain it better. So here are the wings. I'm going to lay that in here. And you guys probably have a better view so you can see if I'm doing it wrong because you're right above it and I'm kind of in front of it as I'm doing my video. So there we go. So we'll do this in black just for fun. Well, actually it has to be black, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be anything. You can make your ladybugs as fun and whimsical as you want. You do not have to stick with traditional colors. I think it's kind of fun that I'm wearing a red and white dress though today. I didn't do that on purpose. When I got up this morning and got dressed, I had no idea what I was going to stamp today, okay? Just for clarity. So here we go. We have it now nice and dark. So I could leave the wings like this. Let's have a peek. Or there's another stamp. And let's see if I can find it, or is it missing? Oh, sometimes the stamp doesn't look anything like you think it should look. All right. Yeah, this is the stamp. It just kind of didn't look like I thought it should. So then you lay it on here. Here, slide it around a little bit. And it kind of came out of the, oh. It's slipping, that's not good. I'm gonna hold it firmly in place. Okay, that's good. Don't move. New photopolymer stamps are sticky. Okay, so here we go. We'll put the wings back in the hole and we're going to stamp the little polka dots in red. Okay, real red. Hold on to the sides, flip it open, slide it into place. And then tap, tap, tap. And there we go. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so then you take your ladybug and you put the wings on like so. See? Isn't that cute? So what I would suggest, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you guys can see a little bit better. My arm is now in the way. Not exactly a great look here. So there we have our ladybug. Now, I like that things aren't totally flat. So I want to just flip the wings up a little bit and then just put some adhesive along the bottom right here. Not everywhere. So just a little there. And even though my ladybug isn't perfect, you notice how my wings cover that gap so you don't even really see that I messed up. So don't be too quick to throw your projects away. See how his wings, just let me have a look, kind of go up like so. Super cute. So I have this one and this one. You can also do a red ladybug with just black and white wings. Again, flip them. Now I'm pre-recording this video because I'm finding that my internet isn't strong enough to give me a really good clear image. But now my stress is, did I start early enough to record the video and then have it uploaded in time? So if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm changing topics here, then please click the red subscribe button so that you get notified when I post again. And that way, if I'm a little bit late or something happens, you'll know about it. So here's the cute ladybugs, and that Stamparatus made it so easy to do. So isn't that fun? Oh, goodness gracious, here, let's move them a little bit down. There's the ladybugs, and now we're gonna do a little bit more stamping, and maybe, oops, when I stamp, I can tell some stories with it. Okay, I'm gonna do my best anyway. Let's move the ladybugs, and I wanna show you one other thing. There's one more ladybug in this. I'm just gonna turn this, in this set, that's a crawling ladybug. Okay, so Smiley Ladybug. So I was first invited to a Stampin' Up! Party when I was an avid scrapbooker. Okay, I had been introduced to Creative Memories, and I was a very reluctant Creative Memories person. I was invited so many times, it's not even funny, and I didn't want to go. And I finally went because I wanted them to stop bugging me. So I said, you know what? Fine, I'll come, and then you won't ever ask me again. Well, I fell in love with scrapbooking. I became an avid scrapbooker. And I remember when I discovered that there was more to life than Creative Memories, that there were entire scrapbooking stores in the States. I was so excited, but I was also angry with Creative Memories for creating the illusion that they were everything. And so I realize now as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that there are many other stamping products that you can use, and that's totally fine. For myself, I don't use other Stampin' products because I don't have time. Because, yeah, I'm busy using Stampin' Up! Stuff, and the quality is amazing. So anyway, I digress. So when Stampin' Up! Came on the scene, I thought, oh, I went to a workshop, and it was beautiful. But I looked at the catalog, and I thought, oh my goodness, this is going to cost me an arm and a leg. And I didn't get anything. I thought, no, I can't do this because look at that. Isn't that cute? I forgot to tell you what to do, but I think you could see it. Now, I could stamp over this and make my Ladybug darker red, but I really like it just like that. So there's that. Now we're going to do another bit of stamping. I'm going to put a piece of white paper underneath, and I'm going to take, and I have no idea what I'm doing, if this is going to turn into a card or not. This is just for fun. So I have my daisy stamp in here, and I have a big leaf stamp. So I might start with the leaf, and I'm going to do it in garden green. It might look great in Granny Apple as well, but I'm going to do it in garden green. So anyway, when I finally bit the bullet and decided to invest in stamps, I rationalized it by saying I'd only buy stamps that I could use in my scrapbook. Okay, now I'm going to stamp this again in, I should clean it. I'm too lazy to clean it. How bad is that? Do you ever have it that you're too lazy to clean off your stamp? You know what? I'll do it on this scrap. So now I'm going to do it in Granny Apple Green. I think that color is going to pop nicer with the colors, but we'll see. There. Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, and so what I did was I invested in alphabet stamps and numbers and beachy scenes for my scrapbooking. And yeah, it worked out really well for me. And I would do 2 workshops a year. I would host them because if you host a workshop, you get free stuff. And I had lots of scrapbooking friends. And so that's twice a year I was inspired, and I got, here, daisies. Okay, now I'm going to stamp off. And there, isn't that cute? We'll go one up here. And then there's a, oops, I got my inky fingers. And but no one ever told me about the starter kit and that I could save money and that I didn't have to do this as a job, that I could just get my own discount. I would have started a lot sooner if I knew that. Okay, now I want to take a cute little flower stamp here. I'm just going to take this off. I do have to find my cleaner now. And I think I did workshops for a couple of years, and then I started saying, I had very specific ideas of what I wanted when I hosted a workshop, because I grasped that if the project was cute and fun, then, oh goodness, what color am I going to do? Red, I think. Then people would buy the stuff. And I remember one time I had a really, I think it was Lovely as a Tree and a couple other sets, and I really had something that I wanted the demonstrator to do, and she didn't do it. She made it simpler, and it wasn't nearly as cute as I thought it was going to be. And I was so disappointed. And I talked to my friend about it. I was bitching about it, to put it very bluntly. And she said, "Well, Jackie, why don't you start this? Why don't you? You sound like you really know what you're doing. Why don't you do this?" And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't think about that." Okay, so this is pretty crazy. Now I have another tiny little stamp. And so I didn't do it right away. I found another demonstrator, and her name was Lydia. And she did things in her basement, and she was so much fun, and she was so generous and kind. She was also a bit of a squirrel, and her stamp room was a bit of a fun chaos. And I just liked the way she ran her business. So I've got a little Dottie here. Oh, it's my daughter calling. Good thing I turned my phone on silent. And anyway, I signed up under her. And she didn't ask me either. She didn't ask if I wanted to be a demonstrator. But I decided that that's what I wanted to do. And that was, I signed up and I got the starter kit at the end of September. And I got my kit in October. And so I consider October to be my anniversary. And the crazy thing is that I found out that there was a deal. Take a look at that. Now I'm going to put that on a garden green like so. And then, now this is a super busy card, okay? It's probably too busy and I don't think I'm going to make it this way, but I wanted to show you all the things on the card. So there's the black ladybug. And then you know what I haven't done? A black with just black and white. Yeah, it's a super busy card, okay? But it's kind of fun. Let's see what sayings we have. Yeah, you see it's being hard. I'm having a hard time multitasking. So I don't think I'm gonna finish this card. I'm a little freaked out that I'm gonna run out of time. Here, may your greatest wish come true. So that would be cute on with a circle punch. And maybe that will clear things up a little bit. Here's a big, let's have a look. I have an idea. Let's just see if this works. I have to clean off my block. I got it really inky. Anyway, so there was a deal in August where you could get with a bonus with the starter kit where you could get a whole family of ink pads. And I missed out on that. I was so upset that I hadn't been told of this deal. And so now, in case you ever think I'm a broken record, I tell everyone when there's a deal on the starter kit. Now I've lost my, oh, there it is, here. And I do that because I don't want you to miss out. And I think that the starter kit is the best deal in the whole catalog, and there's really no drawback to signing up. I'm gonna just flip it over and stamp off. And then let's have a look. Here and here. Now let's have a look how that goes. So I'm gonna cover up my big leaf on here, and that helps. So you can see how you can adjust your, see that looks really cool. And then you could go and do a tone on the background. Let's have a look at that for a minute. Here, garden green. I could do Versamark too, but then I have to get it out and I don't feel like it. Let's see, am I showing you enough? No, I hope that, oh, I was zoomed in. I'm hoping that I wasn't stamping where you can't see. I hope, oh goodness. There's, you know what, in my life, I just somehow seem to mess up more often than I should. So I thank you for your patience in sticking with me. You know, my heart's in the right place, but sometimes I get carried away. And that's where, you know, with the storytelling, I wasn't focusing on what you guys were seeing. So look at that. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. And then I could do the little dots in there as well. I think that's kind of cool, although I have no idea where they went. I know. Okay, enough is enough. I think it's good. And next week, I will tell you a little bit more about my stamping story. So, anyway, let me move this out of the way. I think that our card turned out all right. I will take a picture of it and upload it later, and maybe it will become the cover so that you can see it. And I'd love to hear your comments. I love it when you interact with me. I am hoping that I can build a good, solid Stampin' Up! Business through my YouTube channel so that you guys click on the links and shop with me. I know it's not the usual. I know I'm not sending kits in the mail. Yeah, you will get a free tutorial from me. I'm trying to do something in a sustainable, manageable way that still allows me to interact with my family, to be a good mom, Oma, and soon to be wife. So yeah, if that resonates with you, then hopefully you'll support me. Either if you live in Canada or in Europe, you can order through me, or if you live in the States or Australia, you can buy my YouTube tutorials. I mean, not YouTube tutorials, my PDF tutorials. They're on my blog, thepamperedstamper.com, under shop and PDF tutorial store. So anyway, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Have a super day. Bye.